I see the nights you stayed faithful when no one applauded you. I saw the prayers you whispered when your voice was tired and your heart felt heavy. I saw the tears you wiped away in silence, still choosing to trust me when nothing around you made sense. And today I want you to know this clearly. I am rewarding your faithfulness, not because you were perfect, but because you were persistent. You kept believing when it would have been easier to walk away. You kept showing up when your strength was low. You kept honoring me even when the outcome was uncertain. That kind of faith does not go unnoticed in heaven. What you thought was hidden, I recorded. What you thought was wasted, I preserved. What you thought was delayed, I was preparing. The season you are stepping into now is not random. It is repayment. It is restoration. It is the overflow of seeds you planted in obedience and patience. Doors are opening that you did not force. Favor is finding you without you chasing it. People are noticing the grace on your life because it is no longer just internal. It is visible. I am elevating you quietly, firmly, and permanently. The blessing coming will not shake you because your character has been refined. You will carry it with humility, wisdom, and peace. What once tested you will now testify for you. Stay steady, stay grateful, stay aligned. Because this is only the beginning of what I am releasing into your life as a reward for your faithfulness. You did not become who you are overnight. You were shaped in moments of waiting, refined in seasons of uncertainty, and strengthened in times when answers were slow to arrive. I watched as you chose obedience over shortcuts, integrity over compromise, and faith over fear. And now I say to you, the weight you carried is lifting. What once felt heavy will now feel purposeful. I am shifting you from survival into stability, from endurance into enjoyment. You will notice peace settling into areas that were once restless. Decisions will become clearer. Paths will align without confusion. The resistance you faced was not rejection, it was resistance against what was coming. And now that season is ending. I am placing you where your gifts will be valued, where your voice will be heard, and where your presence will bring impact. You will no longer feel like you are striving to prove yourself. I am validating you in ways no human approval ever could. What you prayed for in private will begin to appear in public. And when it does, remember this. It was faithfulness that carried you here, not force, not perfection, faithfulness. Walk forward without fear. I am with you and I am not finished. I am opening doors that required patience, not pressure. You did not miss your moment, you were being prepared for it. I know there were times you questioned whether consistency mattered when results were invisible, whether choosing what was right would ever be rewarded, whether staying faithful in small things would lead to anything greater. Hear me clearly now, nothing you did in obedience was wasted. Every unseen sacrifice built trust. Every quiet yes strengthened your character. Every time you kept going when it would have been easier to stop, you proved that your faith was not conditional. And that is why I am entrusting you with more. What is coming will not overwhelm you because I have already expanded you on the inside. You will notice opportunities arriving without strain, favor meeting you without chasing, and provision flowing without panic. You will feel lighter not because life is suddenly effortless, but because you are no longer carrying it alone. I am steadying your steps, sharpening your discernment, and anchoring your heart so you are not moved by fear or comparison. You are stepping into a season where your faith speaks louder than your doubts ever did. Stay aligned, stay humble, stay grateful. I am rewarding your faithfulness in ways that will last. You will recognize this season not by noise, but by peace. By the quiet confidence that replaces striving, by the assurance that you no longer have to explain yourself to be validated. What I am releasing now will feel steady, intentional, and aligned, because it is not built on impulse but on trust. You will notice how things begin to settle into place, relationships that feel safe, decisions that feel clear, direction that feels anchored. This is the fruit of your faithfulness. When you chose integrity over shortcuts, when you chose patience over panic, when you chose obedience even when no one was watching, you are aligning yourself with what could endure. I am not rewarding you with something fragile. I am establishing you in something secure. What unfolds next will not depend on perfect conditions because it is sustained by purpose. You are no longer proving that you believe, I already know. Now you are learning how to receive. Walk forward without fear, trust what I am building. This is not temporary favor, this is lasting reward. You are stepping into a season where effort gives way to flow, where doors open without you forcing them, and where provision meets you right on time. You will feel the difference in how you move through your days, less pressure to perform, less fear of losing what you have, more confidence that what is meant for you cannot miss you. I am rewarding the consistency you showed when nothing seemed to change, the prayers you whispered when hope felt thin, the choices you made to stay aligned even when it cost you comfort. This reward is not just material or visible. It is internal, it is peace that doesn't shake, discernment that sharpens, and strength that doesn't burn out. People will notice the calm in your voice, the certainty in your decisions, the quiet authority in your presence, and they will wonder what changed. What changed is this: you trusted me when the outcome was unclear, and now clarity follows you. I am positioning you where your faithfulness becomes fruit, where your waiting becomes wisdom, and where your endurance becomes testimony. Stay grounded. Stay grateful. What I am unfolding now is only the beginning, and it will grow stronger with time. Your relationships will shift in alignment with this season of reward. Those who honor, respect, and uplift you will naturally draw closer, while those who drain or distract will drift away. You will experience deeper, more meaningful connections, friendships, partnerships, and family ties that reflect mutual respect, trust, and encouragement. The seeds you planted through kindness, honesty, and integrity are now blossoming. Conversations will carry weight, your advice will be sought, and your presence will bring comfort and confidence to those around you. You are entering a space where your influence multiplies, not through force, but through the quiet demonstration of faithfulness, wisdom, and love. Your reputation as a person who honors commitments, values people, and walks with integrity will precede you. Doors that seemed permanently closed will swing open. Opportunities you never imagined will present themselves, and guidance will come at the right moment, ensuring your steps are aligned with the destiny I have prepared. Even in moments when doubt tries to whisper that nothing has changed, understand this truth. Reward often begins internally before it becomes visible externally. You will notice a new steadiness in your spirit, a calm confidence replacing anxiety, and a clarity in decisions that once felt confusing. Where you once reacted out of fear, you will now respond with wisdom. Where you once questioned your worth, you will now walk knowing you are chosen, seen, and valued. This inner transformation is not accidental. It is the foundation of the reward I am releasing. When storms arise, they will no longer shake you as they once did, because you are rooted deeper than before. You will recognize that every test you endured refined you rather than defeated you, and every delay strengthened your character instead of denying your promise. I am teaching you that faithfulness is not wasted effort, it is preparation for increase. What you carry now requires maturity, discernment, and patience, and you have grown into the capacity to hold it. Trust that what unfolds next will confirm that your perseverance was never unseen, your obedience was never forgotten, and your faith was never misplaced. Your relationships will flourish in ways that reflect the depth of your faithfulness. People will be drawn to your authenticity, your integrity, and the generosity of your spirit. Doors that once seemed closed will open effortlessly, and alliances that were once uncertain will solidify into strong, supportive connections. You will encounter mentors, collaborators, and friends who recognize your potential and will invest in your growth. Conversations will carry weight because your words are seasoned with experience and discernment. Opportunities will appear at the perfect moment, aligning with your purpose and allowing you to step into roles you were prepared for long before the world noticed. Your influence will ripple outward, touching lives in ways that extend beyond what you can currently see. And through it all, you will continue to walk humbly, faithfully, and with unwavering trust that I am orchestrating every step of your journey. Pause for a second and really hear this. What's coming next will feel sudden to you, but it has been quietly forming for a long time. Just because you didn't see movement doesn't mean nothing was happening. Behind the scenes, shifts were taking place, alignments were being made, and timing was being perfected. You're about to step into seasons where effort finally meets reward, where seeds you planted in silence begin to speak loudly. The nights you stayed consistent when no one applauded, the choices you made when it would have been easier to quit, the integrity you held when shortcuts were available, all of that is about to make sense. You'll notice momentum replacing stagnation, favor replacing resistance, and confirmation replacing confusion. Things that once required force will now flow naturally because you're no longer chasing, you're positioned. This is not luck and it's not coincidence, it's the outcome of faithfulness compounded over time. Stay grounded, stay grateful, and don't rush ahead of what's unfolding. What's being released now isn't just a blessing you receive, it's a season you're ready to sustain. Listen carefully, God is saying your breakthrough is arriving in ways you've never imagined. Doors that were locked are swinging open, people who were distant are moving into alignment with your destiny, and opportunities you didn't know existed are lining up before you. This is a season where the impossible begins to feel natural, where challenges that once seemed insurmountable start collapsing before your eyes. Your faithfulness, even in the smallest things, has positioned you for favor that cannot be bought or forced. Expect divine connections, unexpected provision, and moments of clarity that shift your path permanently. What seemed delayed is not denied, it was being prepared. Stand ready, speak life over your circumstances, and walk boldly because God is releasing His promises, and nothing will stop what He has ordained for you. Hear this, God is shifting your season. What has been stagnant is now moving. What seemed impossible is now possible. Every prayer you've prayed, every act of faith, every seed you've sown is coming back to you multiplied. Favor will meet you in unexpected places, doors will open without explanation, and people will show up in your life who carry exactly what you need. The struggles you faced were not in vain, they were preparation. Step into this moment with confidence, speak with boldness, and expect miracles that exceed your imagination. God is releasing breakthrough, blessing, and divine acceleration over your life right now. Listen closely. God is aligning your steps with divine timing. The delays, the setbacks, the closed doors, they were never the end. They were positioning you for something greater. Your faithfulness, your perseverance, and your obedience are being noticed in the heavenly realms. Expect sudden opportunities, unexpected connections, and resources appearing at just the right moment. The plans of the enemy will fail, and what was meant for harm will turn into your greatest advantage. Walk boldly, speak with authority, and trust that God's hand is orchestrating every detail of your breakthrough. Your season of promotion and favor has begun. Hear this today, God is shifting things in your favor. The prayers you thought were unheard are now moving heaven and earth. Doors that were locked are swinging open. People who were indifferent are now aligning with your destiny, and opportunities you never imagined are being prepared for you. Every effort you made in faith is multiplying, every seed you sowed is bringing a harvest, and every delay was a setup for your divine advantage. Step forward with confidence, for the God who never fails is turning your story around. Your breakthrough is not coming, it is already on its way.